All right. We're live now, everyone. Welcome to ExO Economy Core, the meeting we have every week, rain or virtual shine, whichever we get. The idea here for this meeting is that we update each other on the things we're doing out in the world that have to do with EXOs. We announce any news that are tied to the EXO economy with each other. And then if we need it, we ask each other for help. That's pretty much the whole structure of the meeting. There's a little how-to agenda thing I can post if anybody wants to see it, but I think we've all been doing this a while, so we don't need it. The goal is communications. So whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're not doing, sometimes that needs to be shared. And then ultimately we move the project forward, little by little by little, week by week by week, it moves forward. And that's been happening for a long time, and we're making a lot of progress. So today we'll do the usual. We'll have the Eric, our EXO Economy Project Coordinator, will update us on his status for various projects that are going. Nikki will talk about marketing and related things to marketing and outcomes. I hope Nikki, we have some news there, I believe. And then we'll hand it over to Najib to talk about technology operations. So that's how we'll kick off today. And it's great to see everyone. If you have questions, like say you're watching on the live YouTube channel, I will monitor that channel chat for any questions that may exist. Obviously, you can ask them here, and we'll do our best in the last segment of the meeting to answer any questions that we can that might come up. Okay, thanks everybody. Let's see, we'll go with Eric first.
Thanks, Kent. Hi, folks. Good seeing everybody. So, effort continues, of course, with bringing the EXO's token to market. Lots of great discussions happening online about that. And want to just thank the Novum team, Anya, in particular, as well as Nikki and her team for working towards putting together the FAQ document, which is being used in conjunction with the upcoming release of EXO's core. And that it's going to be 1.0.20, hopefully coming out very shortly. And if you haven't noticed yet, at the Economy website, version 3.0 of the business overview document has been posted, and that's available for anybody to take a look at. And we will be adding some additional information in the coming days with respect to decentralized finance and other sections. And lastly, the EXO Economy Light paper is still undergoing some work, and so that'll be sort of like a much smaller version, right? Almost like an executive summary. So again, a kind of last call for feedback on that directly to the document. I'll share that link in the chat shortly. In other news, the core treasury continues to be meeting weekly, and we have a new procedure for EXO's grant recipients. So for those of you that are looking to do projects with the EXO's token on the Sway website, thanks to Kevin for his help with this. So we have a doc that's currently available in the Help Center, which has basically everything you need to know, as well as a video on Loom. And basically how it's broken down to is now there's sort of two tranches with greater than 50,000 EXOs or less than 50,000 EXOs. And you'll get about the 3 months, your first 3 months of tokens once the proposal has been accepted and approved in Sway. And you have 3 months to use those as well. And lastly, we are asking award recipients to post your updates on a monthly basis to not only openexo.com in the community circle, but also on Discord in the community and engagement channel. So any questions with that, you can either talk to myself or anybody on the core treasury, and then we'll help you with that. So
hey, Eric,
that's what, yep.
On that one, just a quick context set. One of the most important things we do as we emerge into the world as a DAO is make decisions. One of the most important decisions we make is how the community spends the EXOs it has on the community itself to drive transformation. And that's what you just described was a pretty significant upgrade that the team has made in its decision-making protocols around funding projects with EXOs all over the world, which is super exciting. So I just wanted to kind of put a little point on that one and not have it slide right under, because it's a really big deal.
Yeah, thanks. So that's basically all I had for my update, and I believe we're handing it over to Nikki.
Yes, I've just posted the social stats. Vanessa's not joining us today, and basically we're still growing. It's small but mighty. Every little bit helps, and the community is another 25 members strong. So it's all good. That was just the weekly stats. I've been promoting Salim's talks. He spoke last night, actually this morning here for us in Dubai, and made some interesting announcements. And you can watch the replay on YouTube. The links are going to be in the chat in just a second. And then he'll be speaking in Miami in another week. And so we're going to be promoting those talks pretty heavily as well. He'll have a special private meetup where you can speak or at least listen one-on-one in addition to the Bitcoin conference that's going on. Working on the Academy, ExO Economy Academy pages and the FAQs pages. It's a bigger document than we expected. So we're organizing it in such a way that it's search friendly and categorized so that it's easy enough to get through. So that's work in progress. And the big news is we have started our payouts for our 30 doublings challenge. So people who have already made the 30 doublings are getting their payouts starting today. I think Jill just sent the first one this morning. So we will be rolling that out. Hopefully some of the others will be inspired by knowing that that's coming and take advantage of this week and the weekend to meet that challenge by the Monday deadline, which is the 31st. And I think that's it. What other announcements were you expecting, Kent? Maybe I forgot.
No, just any updates on the website. I think you had some new blog posts out. You've got a ton of coordination going with the wrap up of the town hall and looking forward to next things. Yeah. These are all things that I'm thinking about and kind of anxiously awaiting what's going to be next. Do you have any preview for us? I know I asked you to give it a couple of weeks off for the town halls because 8 weeks in a row, 3 hours a day was a lot, but
it's a lot of content. It's a lot of content. Yeah. I mean, we're focusing on the academy, but also just the behavior. The doublings has really opened up the window of engagement and how the community literally proves itself an emerging DAO by letting the community make decisions amongst themselves and taking it forward and doing this tokenized exchange, whether it's services or products or intelligence, advisory, whatever. And I just think we are continuing to walk the talk. And those examples, I've got, actually, there's a story being written about the 30 doubling challenge. And so that's emerging too. That should be done in another week or so. So it's all good stuff.
Yeah, that encouraging, enabling is the word I like. Not allowing, but enabling, because you don't need our permission. It's public, permissionless. The marketplace is relatively open and with a fairly low bar for at least putting things into the marketplace and leveraging the EXOs. Yeah. So the marketplace exists on platform.openexo.com. If you don't have access to that, you just need to sign up. It's free to the community, and you can go there and see what she's talking about. But effectively, what we're seeing is a substantial increase. And I will get the numbers from finance next week to talk about how many EXOs are moving through the marketplace. It's up, it's way up. So it's really, really good to see. So thank you, Nikki. Mm-hmm. You're up, Najid.
Well, it's my turn. Great, thanks everyone. As you guys noticed, we start just the rollout a few hours ago for what is the new wallet. I'm gonna just share it here. Very quick, everyone is able to download right now the new wallet. You see, it's a totally new theme, new things coming there. It looks fantastic. It's matching with what we have in the websites, and everything is quite good. We had been going through many of the features and bugs that people have been providing as a feedback. That's very good. Remember that for everyone that is listening right now, this is the first step for you just to go in a path to the liquidity. We have this new button here that we have. This is the educational part. Remember, we split this one in three releases, and this one, if I click here, it's going to open a tab with information about the town halls and EXOs and WXOs. Next release, we will enable this information tab with questions, very, very detailed questions. But in the meantime, we are asking people just to move your tokens from QT. That's and you can participate in the liquidity. The liquidity will start through this button that we have here, EXO swap. You will be swapping your EXOs for WXOs. Here, we have nailed again some bugs. We have only one that it is only affecting the Mac users. Apple have, like usually they do things between releases, and one of them is that right now they are forcing, no matter what we do, we download here. Actually, we have here a button that right now is very explicit on when you just would like to know if it's any updates. This is a wallet that is already updated, but in case that is not updates or it is update available, then it will download the file, but it will not install it, then only affecting Mac users. And we are working to resolve that, because it's asking and forcing, actually it's not asking, it's forcing us to sign the entire code. And it is not that we cannot sign our code, it's that we use some other frameworks for some other things. And there is when things start to be a little bit convoluted, because then deep on there they start to go, what those people are using for some third party there is where it starts to be a little bit complicated. We, on the migration part, that is the other part that is tied to this one, we just noticed, remember that we activate a few features when we reach 95% of the people, actually the wallets just doing staking. Right now we had reached it again a week ago. And right now we have around, we still are able to know that is one QT wallet doing staking. We don't want to leave anyone behind. But in the last 1,500, we have like that node come up and go away for a few hours a day, but it looks like it's only one QT wallet. That's excellent. One block in every 1,500 blocks is less than 0.5%. We will try to see who is. It's very hard because this is a pseudonymous network. But we have been doing an excellent work just migrating people. I'm very happy with that. Today, we were just waiting for this release to do like a migration video from Exos to, I'm sorry, from QT to the core wallet. We already did last week for Windows, but we were waiting to do a complete one on Mac. Actually, when we were doing the video for Mac, is we identified a small bug, especially for new users just installing the wallet, that is fixed already on this one. Then we will be doing that, and hopefully a few people that have contacted me in the past few days, they are waiting for just to go the process. The process, if you go there in Windows, is you go, is link, if maybe someone can post it there, is link .exos.to /m has Mary 1, the number 1, and then you will see there the video, and that is that short link is being used in many other places, and we look that is more and more people going through that video. And basically the video will show is showing you download the entire QT wallet, you download the core wallet, and you go to the process to download the entire chain for QT. In that sense, you don't need to wait not even 5 minutes to fully sync your QT wallet and move your token with both wallets open. That's a big deal, but you need to follow the step-by-step. It's a 5-minute video, but it's with ton of content. Is the one that we are doing right now for Mac. Is going to be done in a few hours. We'll be posting on the same link. There is both Windows and Mac. That's so far that what we have. I don't know if anyone may have any questions.
I just have a comment to say, yeah, the new wallet looks awesome. The only thing is we have to now redo the videos, but it really looks awesome. Although the videos do say, please note that this may change the way it looks, but I think we need to now do it because it looks so awesome. And in terms of that QT user, I think I know exactly who it is. And we're trying to get them to swap over because they've made comments on Discord that their QT wallet's no longer staking. So,
it is only one user because it's only one block every 2,000 blocks. I don't know who is, because we have still a lot of QT users using it, but only one of them is staking. I don't know who is it.
Yeah. So yeah, Kent, you are muted.
Yeah.
Kent, you owe people a lot of money at Make It Rain because you're still muted.
Yes.
I have 2 mute buttons, and it's, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll put some in there. Hang on, hold that thought. Anyway, what I was saying was, we know who it is, so let's go to their house and have a chat with, No, I'm kidding. But no, that's great. I'm glad you actually know who it is now. So we can help them. Yeah.
Yeah. I just you need
we can help
ask
them.
him
no.
just to ping me whatever. Just
yeah. Very good. I worked with several people in the last week who have been longtime members of our network, but probably hadn't opened their wallet in a while. And so I've been getting a lot of these, and we can thank Salim too, because he's also sending a lot of people our way who he knows are part of the network, but maybe have not engaged in a bit. So we're seeing a lot of that come back around, and I'm sending them, of course, the town halls recordings. I'm inviting them if they want to come here and all kinds of fun things like that. So it's really good overall. Anything else, Najib? Congratulations. I mean,
No,
it looks
no.
amazing.
Again, the next step is what we will expect for you guys. You go there, click on the buttons on the swap. It's right now a very nice page. Next release we are working on it is just to have all the questions, and the following release is where the big things are going to start to show up. Between all of those ones, we are releasing a small video that it will show the entire process, actually go all the way. It's a video that we are preparing for the coming days, and that's when people start to know where we are heading. And those videos will be displaying the other two tabs that then will create some interest too, but educational too. Can you unmute again?
That's awesome. What was that, 3 times? All right, I'll do it. Thank you very much again. You and the team, please make sure, surely they watch these. So thank you to everybody behind the scenes doing all the dev work. It's amazing. And I am really happy to see that, Najib. Thank you.
No,
all right,
thanks.
Here we go. Lisa, if you don't mind, next. How are things going in Exponential Organizations 2? Whatever we're going to end up calling it. I saw the poll. I participated in the poll. That was great. I read the comments. Some were quite funny. But how's that going? And have we been imagining any ways to think about EXOs in the book?
So I'm going to actually, let me just quickly post. I had it ready. I'm going to post the link for the poll. And I've added a couple more taglines that people have come up with. So there's a lot of, well over 60 people have responded in 24 hours. So it's great. So we're going to take the top few from that list and then do some A/B testing with some Google AdWords to see from a larger community, like what's going to be the title and the tagline for the book. So that's going on. I'm just going through content, listing out some of the case studies to see what might be, case studies that are talked about often. Yeah, working with Salim and Peter on the content of the book. And then let's see, also working on some articles to help promote the book, and met with Yaroslav for the development of the second about a course for the book, so that people can get a refresher about the second edition of the book. So those are my big things that I'm working on. Any questions, anyone?
Just have we thought about how to engage the EXO economy with the book? I think we should just talk about it. I don't know if we will do it in this call, but I think that'd be really important, Lisa, because a bunch of ideas have been thrown around, but we haven't really settled on anything, and it could take some coordination to get it all together. So, and there's lots and lots of opportunities. So really want to see what we do. I mean, the ideas like make the book a wallet by putting a paper wallet in it, and then run a post, if you buy the book, a post promotion where you can engage with the economy by using your wallet, your book wallet, that kind of thing is fun. There's just all kinds of interesting things like that we may be able to do if we get ahead of it.
Yeah, that would actually even be we had such great new idea taglines that I didn't even think about for the book, that maybe we can crowdsource from the community some ideas as well. So
cool.
Yeah.
Right. And a little bird told me you're working on some educational content and learning for the book as we go along.
Yes, I did. I met with Yaroslav, and we're going to meet again. And so we've got a good outline together of the course. And so it's just
nice.
feeding in more content. So it's good.
Okay.
But we have all the
Thank you.
content. I have well over 650 pages that I'm working on right now, and we're going to pull from that for the course.
A
So
lot of the content that might not even make it in the book because it gets edited out might end up in the course. So that could happen, right? So,
exactly.
okay, that's
Edited
fantastic.
articles.
Next, why don't we talk to Yaroslav, and then I see Toby's here with us today. So Yaroslav and Toby.
Sure, greetings to everybody. So I wanted to share a couple of things today. One of them is that Vanessa has kindly sponsored another 3 people going through the consultant course. And this includes a gentleman named Senna, who is based in Togo. And it just made me smile last Friday because he basically ran like an awake session for about 20 people in Togo, and he took a photo. So this is EXO in Togo. And these were all the people, and he actually took all of our materials and he ran a proper awake session with a projector in Togo, and I think it was quite awesome. And he wants to spread this farther in Togo and also in Francophone Africa. So very passionate gentleman, and I just thought it brought a smile. And he had like many more pictures, so about 20 pictures and stuff, and he even like dialed us live into his awake session on one of the Friday calls. So it was very nice. So this is EXO in Togo. Now you know how this is looking and how that's going to be spreading. Those are the first people in Togo. And the second thing I wanted to just quickly share, and it just closed, but basically we are almost done to have writing a landing page for the awards, EXO Transformation Awards. So basically the idea here is that as a community, we are, we've been around for some time, and we now have actually, I believe, hundreds of case studies of people applying the EXO tools and the kind of things that we teach on our programs with clients, with companies. We know that about 50 companies or over 50 companies have taken a sprint, and there is probably hundreds of companies that have taken some kind of a consulting engagement or a workshop around EXO. So we want to create an opportunity for our community to document these stories and to also award the kind of best stories and best case studies out there. Is going to go live very shortly. This is still kind of a working version, but it will have 5 different awards, kind of a new startup or new company embedding EXO, a company that existed for some time and just implemented EXO, and then 3 awards for our community members. So for consultants, for coaches, and for workshop trainers, and more to follow on Sway for next week, because I'll be asking for some sponsorship from the EXO Economy team to sponsor the award with EXOs. But just wanted to show you that this is progressing, and it should go live in the community late today or tomorrow morning. And the idea is that we're going to have about 2-3 weeks where people will be nominating basically applications and kind of spreading the word. So once it's out, I kindly ask you to spread the word about that. And we will shortlist kind of certain number of, like a smaller number of applicants per category, and they will run their own campaigns, and we will also have our community to vote and to put their votes for a week. And then we have a jury that we're still finalizing, but we have a jury that will actually select the final winners, and we'll be announcing 3 winners per category, per each one of these 5 categories. But the good thing is that as part of the application, we're asking everybody to make a 5-minute video that summarizes like what they've done. And we're also asking for permission to share this with the rest of the community. So the idea is that once this award ceremony is over, which is on the 30th of June, by the way, but once it is over, we will actually upload all of the videos from everybody who applied onto our channel in the community. So anybody can anytime see all these amazing stories that have been done to bring EXO to the world and kind of are showcasing and proving the impact we've been making as a community. So we hope that this is going to get a lot of community engagement, because every single person, not every single person, but most people going through the programs are always asking for case studies. So this is, I think, an elegant way to gather them. And we are very excited about this as a training and certification team, and Kevin has been helping us as well as the core team. So just wanted to give you an update on that.
I'm super excited about this one, and to put a little point on it, on June 30th, there's going to be a big blowout. It's going to be a really fun event. It should be kind of action-packed. It'll be a virtual event still in this case. And I just save that date. You know, Yaroslav, if there's once that website comes up and we can get everybody to save that date, we're going to ask for everybody's help to share that we're doing this event, because we really, I mean, this is very community centric, right? It's what the community's done. So we really need the community to show up and support the community. And perhaps with some of these remote, like Stephen in DC, and now we've got the gentleman in Togo, maybe we could have, we could tie in some viewing parties or something, Yaroslav. I don't know, that would be really fun to do as well. This is a nice way to syndicate content, so. Fantastic. And where it connects to ExO's, many courses are available. All of our courses are available for ExO's, in fact. So that's great as well. Okay, so let's see. Thank you, Yaroslav. I said we go over to Toby next. Hi, Toby. Welcome.
Hey, Kent.
Hey.
Good job. So I think we're obviously we've been working on the bridge at Novum, and also and sort of the ERC20 Ethereum functionality. The other thing that I think Kent and I have identified is probably the next critical step is the sort of tokenomics strategy and what happens when the liquidity that should be coming in the coming period, what actually will end up happening when this goes. So we're going to be doing, Anya, I, Kent, and one of the other advisors, Tudor, and maybe some other people will be doing a bit of whiteboarding and looking to really sort of flesh out what happens when the EXOs go into the real world. So I think that's pretty exciting and critical for the sort of next wave of success of the project. Also, I'd like to give kudos to Kevin and the marketing team. I thought the sort of live video of Salim at in Dubai is pretty good. So I think I certainly shared it with my community, because it just gives it's a nice way to actually just watch everything that's going on in Malta with Salim's schedule, right? So I think that this next couple of weeks, I think, could be really, really important for what happens if Salim meets just a few of the right people and convinces them. I think that it will put the project into overdrive. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, Toby, we've never done a show, a crypto show. This is the first one, right? Just for the record. Yeah. I mean, this is like, yeah.
It's free speaking engagements.
That's right. Yeah. So the point is, like, this is a big deal. So we're all plowing our support in. Kevin did an incredible job putting that page together, because frankly, Kevin, until you put those countdown timers on there, I was like, I have no idea when he's speaking. It was GMT +4, -6, Dubai. I was like, I don't know. And then you had the time. I was like, oh, so it was good. But that was good.
Very knowledgeable about medicine and AI. So that comes across quite well, because I was impressed.
Well, that's great. So Toby, yeah, we'll have our next talk about the modeling very soon indeed. So thank you for that. And I think I don't have updated comps to show from the actual dashboard. As you saw Najib demo today live, the newest rev of the wallet that has a lot of the code under the hood and the interface built in. There's a companion piece to that that's the dashboard, which you mentioned, Toby. You called it the bridge. The bridge is actually in the wallet. The dashboard is separate, which connects to the bridge and allows people to do the Uniswap piece of this when it's live. And maybe next time we'll have an updated set of comps for that from Chris. I haven't seen it for a couple of weeks, so. Yeah. I think that'd be nice.
I'll catch up with Chris this week as well. And
okay. All right. Great. Let's see. Anya, welcome. And would you like to update on the project you're working on? If you're still on mute there. There you are.
All right. Yes. Perfect. So I've been supporting Toby and Kent and Nikki and Eric on their endeavors. So I've been working on the FAQ together with Nikki, and we've created a first draft. And what we're now working on is taking all the questions that have been asked and structuring them so that you can find them on the pages. And that will help you navigate through Exos and everything. So that's what we've been working on. And as Toby mentioned, I've been also helping or starting to help out on the tokenomics piece to make sure that Exos in the real world will be a success.
Amazing. Thank you. Anya's one of the new members of the team. So everybody say, hi, Anya. Thank you. You're brave. Thank you for being here. We needed help. So we need lots of help. All right. So let's see. We've got Cesar. Would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. First thing, I want to, let me share quickly here. I want to let everybody knows that the Miami event for June 3rd is already published in our events page. We will have few more actions because this is a 3 hours event that make part of a satellite event of the official satellite event of Bitcoin 2021. And we will have a Salim presentation. We will have a panel. We will have also the presentation of some of the use cases because, you know, what we've been doing there is we will be celebrating use cases from Exos and Rutanio. And on that one, Ken, we don't need to do it here, but I just need your validation with one of the use cases, the one Amazon. So see if that's the one that we want to do or we want to do something else. I think all the other use cases, we are taking care of it. Angelo is helping a lot, creating materials that soon will be available for all those use cases and also the different presentations. And Vanessa will be representing also the marketplace use case. So she will be presenting the marketplace use case. Najib will be presenting Certifico and Ocean ExO as the use cases. So yeah, all that part is good. More importantly is the 5 organizations, the 5 local organizations that are going to receive the grant. They've been selected by the Grant Council. So we have the TEDx Miami. We have the social aim. We have also social impact movement for SDG Miami. We have Mindful Kids Miami, and we have the Miami DAO project. So all these 5 organizations.
I'm trying to find it. Hang on. Okay.
Yeah, should be good. So all these 5 organizations were selected for Fiores that apply for the grant. In parallel, we will be posting some roles for mentors for this organization. And Karina, which has been helping a lot also in the project, she will be doing it. And that will be integrated with an effort that she's doing is ExO for Good. So it will be a great experiment for ExO for Good. So everything is connected. I provide Nikki also some information about everything. So I will be happy to connect because we need 2 things now. We need to engage the marketing for the next 10 days and make sure we tell everybody and all the Bitcoiners coming to Miami that this is happening. And also to our community because this is an hybrid event. It will be an in-person event at the Lab Miami, which was the first co-working space. Is very well known. It's a great venue and it's only a few blocks from the convention center where all the action will be happening. And the second thing is that because it's an hybrid event, it will be great to see how we can integrate all the ExO Live capabilities to broadcast all the show to the world. So our local partner, Unify IT, they are broadcasting everything in their social networks and stuff. But if we can amplify that and take it to the world through our channels, it will be awesome.
I got the mute off. Thanks. Okay, because I did my tips, Kevin, for my 3 mute gaps there. So if you were in Discord, you just got tipped for me talking over the mute button. That's a ton of stuff, Cesar. I had no idea that we were doing. I mean, I knew we were going to be at Miami Bitcoin. I didn't realize it was that much and that engaging. That's incredible. The And it's really good news that Salim's going to be there for the whole thing, because originally he had a flight scheduled that same day. It was a big logistical mess, but it seems like we sorted all that out. So that's fantastic. And what else? Let's see. So Jill, I see you over there. Would you like to give us updates on your side?
Sorry about that. I was changing from my mobile to my computer.
Okay.
So update, we've paid 27 people so far for their 30 doubling challenge. We've got one person close, well, the closest on the 31st doubling. So they've got 2 people that have passed 24, but they've still got 3 that need to work towards. So this week I'm really trying to get a lot of people over, you know, just over. So I'm sending them a lot of emails, a lot of update graphs and tables so that they can, and I'm also just suggesting what they can do in order to complete the challenge. So I look at their submissions and I tell them to do X, Y, and Z so that we can get them across the line. So yeah, so that's where we're sitting at the moment. So we're sitting at about 2,000 submissions so far.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of new people that have come on in this last week. So, but a lot of them also haven't read the T's and C's and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that yeah. So there's a lot of submissions that are coming in and that are not being validated. So it's just emailing, and it's crunch week. So it's going to be a lot of emails out, etc., etc. But yeah, very excited. Hopefully we can get another 20 people across the line by the end of the week.
Yeah, this is a huge program, but because of the amount of work involved, you can see why we wouldn't do it very often. So yeah, yeah, it's just like no. Yeah, okay, got it.
But it's important to highlight, Gillian, because I have been involved with a lot of people that is creating ton of engagement. People is really looking to, and that's excellent. Congrats to everyone that is. I think it's a hard work there.
Definitely done what it's supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know, I can say that. I mean, it's been incredibly successful across the board. And, you know, I think combined with the very open town hall format, all of the guests that came around, all of this stuff hitting one right after the other, and then the recycling of content into media. Kevin, again, is a workhorse back there. He has done the lion's share of the work getting things on the media portals. So almost everything that's happened can be rewatched over at economy.openexo.com down at the bottom if you look for the video hub. And it's all searchable, by the way, which is amazing. If anybody didn't know that, when you go in to watch the videos, there's a search thing there. It actually searches inside the videos all the words that people say, but not just there. It doesn't stop there. If there's like a picture of an apple in the video, there's an AI that identifies that. And if you were to search for apple, you'd find all the videos that have apples in them, for example. So you can really, really leverage that capability. But Jill, thanks again for everything, and it's all working, so it's fantastic. So let's see, we've got.
I was going to comment there to say that we need to actually take everything we've done and somehow, like, figure out how we can get a bot to do that in a way. And then we could maybe run these more often because
now on that matter, Kevin, we can also leverage the Rutanio team because they like it what ExO Economy is doing, and they are planning to replicate and learn from this and do something for their 2nd anniversary that is coming in July. So the team is looking to that. So it would be a good way to somebody else do everything and use the opportunity to document a lot of stuff.
Okay, I am going to give a quick update. Should be very quick. I haven't brought this one up in a while, but here, let me do so really quickly. So this is my desktop. This is the website, openexo.com, and the slug is /dev. So openexo.com/dev. What I want to point out here is that we have live 2 APIs to the OpenExo platform. One's called Events. It does exactly what you would think. It allows you to read the events, and we have a reference implementation published in our GitHub repositories as a widget that you can put on any site if you would like to show the events that the community logs through the platform up. So that little card that Cesar showed earlier, that's an example of using the events widget inside the platform to post an event on the website. So there's an API for that. We've got the Circles API, which allows people to look at all the things people are saying inside the platform on the Circles. The exciting thing is that, I cross your fingers, this has been a big one. This required a lot of rework and refactoring to open up the Marketplace and Opportunities API, but this is coming. It should launch this week unless something stops us. It should launch this week. So the Marketplace Opportunities API is hugely important because you just made me think of that, Kevin and Cesar, in that we'll be able to then automate the creation of Marketplace opportunities from a variety of other places. We'll also be able to syndicate Marketplace postings out to other sites on the public side. For the first time, the Marketplace has always been behind the login wall. So now this will push Marketplace opportunities out, make them searchable, shareable, that kind of thing, because it'll all happen through the API. And as with all such of these things, we will publish the code that we use on the public side to leverage the API so that people can learn from that and do the same. Now, Kevin, this doesn't solve what you asked for, but it does show that we're making really good progress week over week toward those types of automation capabilities. So check out the API reference if you haven't done it before. I've talked about it a bunch of times here. When you click on these things, it opens up the API documentation, and all you need to do is follow the instructions. It's very robust and complete. And by the way, the blockchain itself has an API that looks almost exactly like that, except it's for the blockchain, and you can access it through the ExO's core wallet or through the full node API as well. That's out of scope for today's conversation, but it does mean that our blockchain is an enterprise development platform. And so if you go to the Miami Bitcoin conference and watch Cesar and the Fluid Chains and Vive and the Fluid Chains team talk about Certifico, you'll see an example of a real world application on the internet, leveraging the full node API for a distributed application for registration of certifications on the ExO's blockchain. Yeah, so all that's going on and it's pretty exciting. Angelo, you're up.
Hi, community. Wow, what a lot of update. A lot. There's a lot of info all over the world. Congratulations. And I'm really impressed about it. Well, for my side, I'm keep moving from helping some folks like Cesar. We are helping in the Bitcoin organization stuff. And also, on the other hand, we are continually talking about the kind of academy that we want. I am a little concerned about the GPT-3 thing. Kent, maybe you can help me a little bit more about it, because it will be nice to understand how we can connect the knowledge with the GPT-3. And on the other hand, we are talking with the IT lab with Nikki, and on Thursday, we're going to meet and see what happened, because they are providing a platform which is full in terms of end-to-end, and that can help us. But as we are on the early stage, we are just looking for the best way. And also, I post on the blockchain group inside the community some topics related that we are looking for people who is clever and also able to share their knowledge about the DeFi, about the the way that we can put the content together in the most simple way. And as a workshop, it's another kind of place or way to learn the new technology, basically the DeFi world, which is amazing. And that's from my side.
DeFi is the future of finance in so many ways. You'll know it's here when you don't even see it anymore, but it's all being used. It won't be a discussion; it'll just be finance. That's the way these things work. But just so you know, really quick, Angelo, to give you a forward-looking tip on your desire to utilize GPT-3, basically don't use GPT-3. It's very difficult to get access to that right now. Take a look at GPT Neo by Eleuther AI. This is an open source version of the GPT model that's been created, and the efficacy is very near the GPT models, although not as good as the biggest model. The one that, there's this one that's ridiculous, trained on like 100 billion parameters. that's difficult because it costs millions of dollars to train a model like that. But this is good enough. So I think this is an inflection point for that technology in the world, and it's going to open it up, and it's going to dramatically start to accelerate the development around these. So yeah, GPT Neo, check it out. We could talk about it, of course, later, but yeah, this is something I've been tracking for a while. Okay, all right. I think we got everybody there. So we've got 10 minutes. If I missed you, please just make loud noises. But for this last 10 minutes, I want to ask first, please raise your hand if you are trying to do something in the ExO economy, you're stuck, you need help, you need to make an announcement. I'm going to check the chat over on YouTube and see if there's anything there. And while you're all thinking hard about what you might like to ask for help on or need, I'm going to remind everyone that the ExO Economy's blockchain, the ExO's blockchain, is a proof of stake blockchain. We took proof of work out, well, upstream. They took proof of work out. They replaced it with proof of stake. This means, I get this question a lot. It means no, we are not burning entire countries worth of electricity to run our blockchain. It's not a thing for our blockchain, but it does require the community to participate, right? We need the community to stake. And this is why, as Najib was pointing out earlier, we're paying a lot of attention to who's running ExO's core and who's not. In fact, to the degree that we are deprecating ExO's QT as a staking node on the network. So there's loads of help available for you. You're not stuck on QT. There's lots of people that will help you. But as a proof of stake network, we need folks out there who are part of the network to stake their tokens in the wallet. I believe there's videos. I'm sure there'll be more videos, how-to guides, everything on the website, Nikki. As I told you before, we can never make enough how-to videos. We've learned this the hard way. You can literally make how-to videos all day long, every day, and publish them everywhere. And someone would ask you, so how do I, it's always the case. So yeah.
But Kent, actually on staking, that's one area where I have to say we're pretty lacking. Nowhere in the business overview does it actually explain how it works, the actual nitty-gritty. And we've had a few questions of people saying, I was staking and then I closed my wallet, then I came back and now it says 15 days until I'm going to get a reward. And why does it change? And ask all these questions. And I'll be honest, I have no idea. I don't have the answer to those questions.
That's awesome.
And a lot of people are asking them. So
if we could collect,
we do need to do some work on answering those questions to make it more clear, because at the moment, if you're not a technical person, it's extremely cloudy, and therefore when it's cloudy, people think that something nefarious is going on. There's no human being touching that chain. You know what I mean? It's like, no, right. But I think someone's not giving me tokens or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah,
I answered a question a couple of days ago in one of the circles. Somebody said this ExO's thing, it seems very, I forget the word they use, it may be nefarious or something like that. And I was just like, well, nice use of the word nefarious. This is not nefarious. We literally, couldn't be more open. This couldn't be more community managed, community run. Every single thing about it is of the community, for the community, by the community, in the open. But to your point, in the absence of specific information in a bite-sized format, people's minds immediately go to nefarious. And you're like, what? Well, why? I mean, why? And then if you feel that way, why would you post that in a public forum in that way? Because it has a deleterious effect. I'm gonna throw some nice words in there too. And the thing is that it's usually because of some form of fear or not wanting to change or misunderstanding. And so we have to work super hard, Kevin. So I like that. We've just identified an area of where we could do better. I don't think that many people would show up for a staking workshop, but we could certainly run it and record it and produce material that could go into the media portal. What do you think?
I think at the highlight of the 30 doubling challenge, we could be doing that in maybe this week's email, Jill, and talk about how if you earn your 10,000 tokens and it only takes this many more steps, you could be staking at a much higher degree and earning a lot more.
Well, yeah, because that addresses a lot of the issues that Kevin was bringing up. And Najib, man, help me, it's been a while. Didn't we create an in-depth technical document about how staking works on the Exos blockchain at some point in the past and post it somewhere?
Yes.
Okay, why don't we go back and find that, and I'll roll it into a new release of the business overview, because there is a description of staking in the business overview, but you know what, it's not in depth. And you know what, why not? Because I'm not going to produce a separate technical overview. The reason it never got in there is because I was going to do a separate technical overview, but I'm not going to do that now. So we'll just put it directly in that one document, and then I'll release a 3.1 over to Nikki and Eric, and they can get it up on the website. How's that sound? Okay,
Perfect.
that'll be one more step, and we'll look for as many of these things as we can do. Then if we take that documentation, maybe Nikki, we run a video version where, I mean, read the docs, right? We could actually just read the docs together if that's exciting for people, and with a live wallet, and show how it all works, explain what it means when once you stake, what happens with your UTXOs, so that, you know, and all this different stuff. It'll be a bit nerdy, but it would probably work well, and maybe people would feel better, because we're hiding nothing. I mean, seriously, folks, nothing. I mean, so yeah. Okay. Well, great, Kevin, that's huge. So that's what this part of the meeting's for, by the way. So if anybody detects something that could be better, right? That's a great way to think about this part of the meeting. You're in holacracy, they call them tensions. I've never been fond of the word, but it really is ways that we can move the network forward, move the community forward, the blockchain forward, whatever it is. So if you can imagine something could be better tomorrow than it is today, then we identify what that something is, and then we take next steps. So there you go. We're going to improve education on staking, Kevin. Good one.
Cool. And another comment is Najib, I don't know if there's anything from Dada that's not working. I've just got a message, people saying they're getting error messages. They can't pick up their tokens.
Can you send it to me, the message?
Well, I've asked them now to, because I said, please, can you copy the error message? And they just took a picture of the copy button.
Okay.
So I actually just don't have the error, but I'll send you what they've sent me. But if that might help, but I've asked to have a call with them, but still waiting.
Yeah, I'm more than happy, but yeah, we need to stroke everyone that, you know, it's part of the educational process that has matched that they provide information to us. This is equally the same way that we will be able to help them back, because some people is learning, but before it's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work, doesn't help us to help you to resolve your problem.
Yes.
So this is the economy Discord. And you'll notice there's a bunch of support channels. Here is the DADA support channel. DADA stands for I've already forgot what it stands for. Digital Asset Distribution Application. So it's how we get EXOs into many, many hands with a full KYC process. Again, super credibility. We know who we're paying in a secure, non-identifiable way. It's really quite brilliant. The team at Fluid Chains created this to make it easier to pay or send lots and lots of people EXOs. If you need help with that, you can go straight to the support channel. We're here, everybody's in here. Same thing's true of the wallet, EXO's Core. Certainly people have had some interesting error messages pop up as we go through. So yeah, Discord for the win.
I will look into that, Kevin. I will get back to you.
Perfect. Okay. And Kent, you just showed their Discord. We've been trying to improve it. So you will see that there are channels there with an SOS, and they're called help channels. Anyone, especially those that are on this call, if you think that those help channels are one way, right? So I mean, I don't even think Kent can make a comment in those help channels. Maybe he can. But the aim there was so that they don't get cluttered with questions. And if you need help, you can go to the help channel first, the SOS channel first, where it's like, okay, this is where I can get the help. But then if I'm still having trouble, I can go to the support channel and I can actually ask questions, right? So if there's anything that you think is missing from those help channels, let us know so we can improve those as well. But that way, because some of the comments we've got is people saying, in the support channel, I can't follow what's happening.
Yeah.
And
right. So these are basically micro blogs for help topics at this point. Yeah. So that's great. And that's a nice change. And I was going to ask, then we're going to wrap because we're at time. There are some older channels that are probably not in active use anymore. I wonder if we should deprecate those, but it's not that big of a concern to discuss today, but very good. All right, well, we're at time. We always try to end on time, so thank you so much, everybody. What a crazy amount of updates today. I have to go back and watch it myself, even though I was here. All right, thank you, and have a great